February 15th, a Monday, and week 8 of running. Have a light recovery run to start off the week. It should be quite easy. I've been staying at home all day, so I'm just appreciating the chance to get out the door and be a little bit active. But rained a little bit earlier, so now it's a little bit chilly, but I think t-shirt and shorts are just fine. But it's a beautiful weather for running. The air is really fresh. So yeah, just gonna go out for 20-ish minutes. Not really having an expectation or anything. Probably like a 9-minute per mile pace, just to loosen up the joints a little bit. Okay, I'm back. That was 2.3 miles-ish at 8:45 pace. A little sloppy run, to be honest. My body still hasn't recovered from like 2 days of relative inactivity and a full day of just slumping at home. So my body is still a little sleepy, and I'll wait for this car to go by. And yeah, just not the most energetic. But it's okay. I ran at 8:45 pace, which is what I said last week, to take my recovery run a little easier and a little better. So I'm feeling pretty good now and pretty ready for the week to come up. I have a speed run tomorrow, a lot of 5K intervals, 5K pace intervals, and then recovery run Wednesday. And then I think on Thursday I'm going on a small hike, not much, like 6-ish miles. Friday, another speed run, a fartlek, so 1 minute fast, 1 minute slow, and then a 10-miler on Saturday, which should be a bit of a challenge. I'm still a little shaky from the 15K 2 days ago, so we'll see how that goes. But this week is relatively easier, so looking forward to the second leg of this training plan. Okay, it's February 16th, a Tuesday. Out here on the elementary school track that I talked about a few times, but I never got the chance to come in here. I have a speed run today. It is a lot of repeats, 2-minute repeats at a 5K pace, which is a little hard, but it's a good way for me to get a good grasp on what a 5K pace looks like to me, and stay consistent to that effort. It's a little windy today, so my audio is maybe a little bit corrupted, but yeah, there's not much better that I can do. But I will be able to get quite a lot of shots around on my running today. It's a really beautiful day besides the little chilly wind, and there's nobody around, so quite perfect. And I'm gonna go for a 5-minute warm-up and start my workout. The breeze is pretty bad, but I'm just finished my warm-up. I'm not gonna talk much. I'm just gonna go stretch a little bit and get started on my warm-ups. Okay, so I finished my warm-ups. I'm gonna do my 5K repeats. There's gonna be like 10 of them or something like that, and I'm going to be running them. Gonna try my best to run them at 6:45 pace. That's my target 5K pace at the end of the workout. And since I'm going to have plenty of break, so it's like 1 or 2 minute break between each interval, so I should be able to do it. But we'll see. It's gonna be a tough workout, but it's gonna be a good challenge too. Okay, I finished my, oh, the sun's really in my eye there, but I finished the workout. It was a little slower than I thought actually. I was running at 7:45 pace at the beginning for my 5K pace, which is a lot slower than what I would run in my best pace, and far from the 6:45 that I was shooting for. But eventually I worked my way down to 7-minute-ish, so I guess there's at least some kind of progress. And I did have some breaks in between, like 1 to 2 minutes between each interval, but I was running around trying to set up the camera, so I cheated myself out of some rest time as well. So I guess maybe a little bit of excuse for the time. But there's also thinking that the Nike doesn't track circles well, because I'll put like the map of the of the progress run here, but it was just all over the places, so maybe there's some tracking error as well. But maybe it's just I'm feeling kind of slumpy today and not in the best shape for a run. But easy recovery run tomorrow, and that's the middle of the week. Alright, it is February 17th, Wednesday. I'm going out for quite long recovery run. I think it's 35 minutes. It's still pretty early in the morning. I woke up like half an hour ago, so my body is still a little sleepy, so probably take me a while to get used to the running and ease into it. I'm gonna take these recovery runs really light. I'm gonna start at 9-minute pace and probably go no faster than 8:45. It's gonna get some mileage in, relax, listen to some audiobook, and enjoy the morning. That was a great run. 4.5 miles, a 50-ish pace. I started really slow, a little slower than I had expected or wanted. I started at like a 9:30 pace, but then I picked it up a lot more to 8:40 and kept it at that for the rest of the 3.5 miles. So it was great. It didn't feel and I don't feel any strain. My legs it feels the same as before the run, and it's just really easy jog. And I was never out of breath. I don't know my heart rate, but it didn't feel too too high. So glad that I'm able to run this distance without straining my body too much. And you know, it does feel like I'm recovered from the harder efforts from yesterday. So it's good that I'm able to recover on a longer distance like this. So rest day tomorrow, but I'm gonna go on a small hike, like 6-ish miles, maybe 1,000 to 1,500 feet of elevation gain. So not quite exactly a rest day, but it should be fun. And then Friday speed run, Saturday a 10-mile long run. It's February 19th, Friday. I've been running a little over 2 days, but I didn't get much of a break either. I went on a small hike yesterday with my friends. It wasn't a small hike per se. It was close to 6 miles with 1,000 feet of elevation gain. So quite a lot. My legs are feeling a little bit. Plus, I've been running quite a lot this week as well. So yeah, tomorrow's long run is gonna be a little bit rough. Today's Fartlek 5-minute warm up, and then 1 minute on, 1 minute off, or like 1 minute fast and 1 minute kind of slow. Fast, I'm gonna run it at 7:30-ish, and slow 9-minute per mile pace. So it should be kind of relaxing. Not gonna push myself too hard, and hopefully the run tomorrow doesn't kill me. But yeah, I'm thinking of doing a sort of an intermission week, because I have to go on another long hike next Saturday for Boy Scouts. So I might take next week a little easier, because this training plan is putting a little bit of a beating on me. But we'll see. I'll think about it a little more and finalize it on Sunday probably. Yeah. That was a good running. Fartlek is a little bit harder than I thought it would be. I thought it would be quite relaxing running the easy efforts and then not going too hard on the heavy efforts, but it still ended up killing my legs a little bit. Well, they were already heavy from the hike, but yeah, legs are definitely feeling heavy now, and tomorrow's long run is definitely not something I'll look forward to. But I don't remember the distance that I ran, but I'll put it here. I think I ran the actual fartlek, the 15 minutes at around 7:55 pace, which means that I did exceed my goal of running my harder efforts at 7:30 and easier efforts at 9 minutes. So that's always good. I'm able to pick my pace up pretty well now. And plus, I always like these fartlek runs and the prospect of kind of like recovering while you're running. I thought that just really cool to be able to do that. But yeah, 10-mile run tomorrow. It's gonna be a not so fun of a time. It's February 20th. It's Saturday morning. It's really nice for running. It's still cloudy, a little bit foggy, and the ground is kind of wet with the morning dew, so it won't be like last time where it was sunny and it drained all of my energy. So it should go a little better even though I'm running further. I'm doing a 10-miler today. It will be tied for the longest run I've ever done. I did another 10-miler earlier in the summer, so my legs are probably a little stronger than I did in August, I think, but I am a little tired this week, so I don't know how this will go. I'm running the middle 4-ish miles with Zach, so it should not be as boring as last time, but I'm going to do a quick stretch and then get out on it. Okay, I'm done with my stretch. I'm gonna go out now because I'm a little late and I don't want to keep Zach waiting for me. But I'm gonna start at 9-minute pace and work down to 8:30 or 8-minute pace actually. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I am back. That was 10.3-ish miles at exactly an hour and 30 minutes, and a little slow, 8:45 I think I ended up running. But it felt great. I paused a few times throughout the run, but it didn't feel too hard, at least not as bad as last time. I think it has a lot to do with the weather. It was overcast the entire time with a light sprinkle from time to time, but yeah, no sun at all, so it didn't drain my energy at all. But besides being pretty physically strained and the small blister that I developed on my foot, it felt pretty good. So a good way to end the week and get over a run that I somewhat dreaded from the beginning. But yeah, I ran with Zach for like 3.5 miles in the middle, so that was really good too, and listened to some audiobook throughout. I will discuss my plans for next week during the recapping a bit. I'm gonna go home and rest up and eat. I'm quite hungry. Okay, it's a few hours later. My legs do feel kind of beat up from the long run. It's mainly my ankles that feels a little stiff when I'm walking around. Hopefully that goes away in a bit. But this week I had 22.67 miles of running, which is I think the second most second only to last week. Yeah, it's a little slow though. I think my average pace comes out to be around 8:30, which is okay. It's mainly because my long run today was a little slow, so that dragged everything down a little bit. But everything felt great mostly. Didn't strain my body too much. The hike did put a little dent in my physical capacity, but it was a lot of fun. So and for the plans for next week, I'm going on another hike that's around 6 to 8 miles, and next week's running is especially tough. I have an AK tempo run and another 10-mile run, so that those two alone comes out to be around 17.5 miles, I think it was. So I really can do a 25-mile week and a pretty long hike. So next week I'm gonna take some of an intermission week. So I'm just gonna do a couple of recovery runs, maybe come out to around 10 to 15 miles of running just to give my body a break while still getting some miles in, to allow my legs some time to recover from these past pretty hard weeks, and then I'll pick up the 9th week of training once I come back next week. So yeah, I'm kind of excited for that. I don't have to strain my body too much and go back to my daily routine of just like sneaking in a run whenever I can, and not having any expectations on my running, just to go out and have fun and give myself some headspace to relax from school. Yeah, that's it. I will see you guys next week.